This is Video by Richmond. Today we are working on a Chevrolet Impala. This is a 2000 model, and this has the 6-cylinder engine in it. And what we did on this vehicle is we replaced our radiator hoses, bypass hose, so we drained the coolant out of the system. So now we have to put the coolant back in. And what we need to do is we need to bleed the air out of the system when we put our coolant in. Now on these 6-cylinder engines, there will be bleeders. Here is one right here on the bypass line. And then over here on the water outlet, there is one right there. Let me get a closer look so you can see what they look like. Now this hex right here is a 7mm. Now be very, very careful when you work with those. They will snap very easily if you over tighten them. So what I like to use is a nut driver like this. Now we'll take it out and show you what it looks like. They are brass, so they're made to be in there a long time and come out easily. You can see there is it's like a needle shape, and there's a seat in there. And on the side right here is a little hole. So what you do is you usually open these about maybe one turn, and that's enough to let the air out of the side. Let me get a closer look so you can see what that side looks like with the bleed hole. Now you can see that the bleed hole right on the side right there, that's where the air will come out. So like I said, crack that bleeder and that's where the air will come out. Right there, a little bleeder hole. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to make a little mark here. This isn't that crucial. Give us a little reference point. And I thought I had it loose, but it wasn't. Okay, now what we'll do is we will, there's that little mark I got, we'll rotate that. There we go. About one turn. Now we're going to do the same thing to the one over by the thermostat. Alright, now here's the one by the thermostat. We'll do the same thing. We'll make a little mark. And now we'll give it about one turn. There we go. Okay, now we want to fill our system. Of course, it's completely cold, and we have all our drains closed. So what we want to see is we want to see the air come out of the bleeders, and there'll be a little coolant come out, and when we don't get any more bubbles, we will know that we have our air out of our system. And we want to do this very slowly. And I'm watching both bleeders. I'm using a, I've already pre-mixed my coolant, so this is not straight coolant. I can hear the air coming out of the bleeders. You can see the coolant coming out of this one right here by the thermostat, so we got to close that. Okay. Do not over tighten those. I can't stress that enough. Now, this one right here on the right side of the engine isn't, air came out of there, but I want to see a little coolant come out of there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up the car and force that out of there. Oh, that didn't take very long. Okay. Shut that down, tighten it up. Alright, the car's been running for a few minutes now. We're starting to get heat in the cabin, so it's looking pretty good. And what we'll do is we'll run it a bit, bring it up to temperature, let it cool down, recheck our coolant, and it should be all set. So, that's all there is to bleeding the air out of your GM 6-cylinder engine.